Hello, hello. Welcome to a draw with me or sketch with me. Today I'm drawing Jinx from Arcane, and I'm going to be talking about school stories since it's back to school season. I decided I'm going to talk about my experiences with school and school stories and stuff like that. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be drawing Jinx, but I have a reference image pulled up, but I don't know if I like the reference image. Whatever. I'm gonna just go with it. I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm just doing messy doodles. So, first thing I wanted to talk about, I am a high schooler. I'm starting my junior year, in a week or two. I should probably know my start date. It's September something. I think it's next week. Sometime next week. And basically, I haven't even chosen my classes yet, which is really bad on my part. I still have to email my counselor. Well, I did email my counselor, but I still have to sign up for my courses because I do online school. I don't do in-person school. So I have to choose my courses with a counselor online. Why did I make her head so big? It's a little concerning. Ruh-roh. It's fine. I can fix it, I think. Also, her eyes are pointed downward, not upward. I don't know why I put the guideline like that. But yeah, I haven't chosen my classes yet, but I have a vague idea of what my classes are gonna be. I have to take a statistics class, which is so fun. I just hate anything relating to math. I had to take algebra last year because it's required in the state I'm in. I'm pretty sure it's required all throughout the US, but I took that class and it was awful. Any algebra class just kind of sucks. I don't think anybody likes algebra, and if you do, you're lying to yourself. Who likes algebra? Come on, be real. But I also have to take... Why did I draw her lips like that? Okay, it's fine. It's kind of hard to speak and draw at the same time. Most of the time, whenever I do draw with me's, I record the drawing first, and then I speed it up, and then I do a voiceover. But this time, I'm doing it real time, which I'm not used to. And I'm not used to speaking while drawing, so this is a little weird. I also did not get her eye shape correct, but that's fine. It's fine. I have to take a statistics class, a world history class, English, and then something else. I think it's chemistry or something. I have to take chemistry or physics, which I took physics last year for only 2 days, and then I dropped the course because it was so hard. I didn't understand any of it, so I quit, and instead I did earth science, and earth science was fine. I just don't like science in general, not gonna lie. I used to like science, but when it got too complicated and it started bringing in math and stuff, I lost all interest. I liked it when it was fun and we did experiments with Diet Coke and motherfucking slime and oobleck. I liked that when it was middle school. I don't like this. I don't like graphing. I don't like doing all of that stuff. It's extra. I don't want to do that. But anyway, and then I have to choose electives to take, which I don't know what I have to take. I have to take like a computer applications class or something. And then I wanted to take an art class because art classes are easy for me because I can just sketch in my sketchbook and then turn them in as my art portfolio, so I don't even really have to try because it's already like a hobby of mine, so it's like I don't have to try that hard. And most of the time I get good grades already in like art classes and stuff. But I already took an art class freshman year, so I don't know if you're allowed to take an art techniques class twice or what. I wanted to take AP art history, but you have to take a world history class beforehand, and I've only taken US history. I haven't taken world history yet, so I have to do that before. I'll probably take it like senior year or something like that. I was gonna take AP Art Studio, but I heard that that class is kind of hard, and in my honest opinion, art classes kind of suck the fun out of art for me. Like, I do it as a hobby. I don't want to do it as like, I don't want to be critiqued and graded, even though like that's a part of art. You need to get critiqued and stuff like that, but it's just a hobby for me. I'm not that super serious about it, and I almost applied for an art school in my town, or not my town, but in my state, but the requirements are cuckoo crazy. Like, you have to be competitive, like a competitive artist, and that's just not my thing. I'm not that competitive when it comes to art, so I didn't really want to do that. It just seemed like a lot of work and super high caliber, I guess. I don't know. I just didn't really want to do it. But now I'm just doing public online school. But anyway, enough about that. I'm gonna talk about school stories. What was I gonna say? My mind blanked for a second. I like forgot where I was. I remember one time in middle school, I don't know if this is like a normal thing with middle schools or whatever, but in 6th grade we had like a trip, like a freshman trip, question mark, I don't know. We had to go to a camp for a week, and it was like the 6th grade big trip that was always hyped up every year for like every 5th grader going into 6th grade. It was like, oh my god, the camping trip, the 6th grade camping trip, I can't wait. It was very overhyped. It was just like, oh, Sharpie, it's a highlighter to do her hair. It was very overhyped, but I remember one of the activities in that whole trip was a ropes course. Basically, you were split into like multiple different teams, and oh my god, CapCut. I'm recording this on CapCut, and they just deleted 10 minutes of me talking, so I have to redo that. Like, come on. Okay, as I was saying, we were split into different teams, and some teams would do painting, some teams would do hiking, some teams would do a ropes course. Depending like on the day, you would do a different activity. So it was like one of the last days. It was like a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that, and my team was doing the ropes course, and it was like one person at a time would do the ropes course, right? And it was my turn to do the ropes course. So I got my harness on, I skedaddled my way over to the start of the course. Wow, those eyes are not aligned. Okay, whatever, it's fine. I skedaddled my way over to the ropes course beginning, and while I was on it, these two boys were, like, stood underneath me, because it's, like, pretty high up in the air, so they were, like, stood underneath me, and they just started throwing rocks at me for some reason. I don't know why. They started throwing, like, rocks and pebbles and, and, like, wood chips at me while I was mid, like, ropes course. Which is insane. That's insane. I don't know why they did that. They just started pelting me with rocks. And none of the chaperones noticed. Which is insane. But I don't even know that. Looking back at it, it's kind of funny, but at the time, as a 6th grader, it was mad annoying. It was just so annoying. Like, imagine trying to go on a ropes course. That's already pretty terrifying. Like, it's already terrifying being, like, that high up in the air. And then having somebody throw rocks at you. I don't even know why they did it. They were, like popular jock boys, so I expect nothing less. But damn. And during that trip, we would be set up into dorms since it was like a week-long trip, right? And the dorms were separated between boys and girls, but that didn't stop anybody. That did not stop anyone. Like, there was people sneaking in and out and shit. It was a mess. But I remember that one time. So for context, it was like a 9 p.m. blackout. Like, you had to be in bed by 9 p.m. or else the paras would open up your door, keep your door open, and they would sit at the doorway and sit there until you fell asleep. Which is just insane. Like, I feel like that's violating. They would just, like, watch us while we were sleeping. And yeah, so basically, if you didn't go to bed by 9 p.m., they would just sit there and watch you while you slept. Which is insane. And they would be, like, gossiping with the other chaperones. Like, so unnecessary. Like, I don't get it. And I talked to some of my guy friends that went to the same middle school as me, and they all told me that the boys' dorms weren't as heavily guarded like that, which is insane to me, because I know that the dudes were up to some weird shit. Like, I know that dudes would, like, sneak out and sneak into girls' dorm rooms, or they would sneak out into the woods late at night, or they would sneak into, like, the common area. Like, how did they get away with that? I don't even know. Like, that's crazy. Because I remember me and my friends, I was in a dorm room with, like, 6 other girls. It was so crowded, and we would just gossip all night, because what else would we have done? Like, we weren't allowed to bring electronics or food or water into our dorm rooms. Like, we weren't allowed to bring any stuff like that. We could only bring clothes, toiletries, and then like a Polaroid camera. That was basically it. You couldn't bring anything else. You couldn't bring any electronics or anything like that, because you're supposed to be, like, attached with nature and whatever the hell. Even though, like, multiple people snuck in their phones or snuck in, like, full-on Nintendo Switches, like it didn't stop anybody. People snuck in so much stuff. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so Being the goody two-shoes I am, I didn't bring any electronics, neither did my friends. So we were just, like, sat there gossiping all night, and one of the chaperones walked in on us while we were all, like, sat in a circle gossiping, and the chaperone was like, "What is going on in here? It's 3 a.m. You girls should be asleep. Get in your bed now. I'm not leaving this room until you're all asleep." And then she just stood at our doorway while we were trying to go to sleep. Like, that's insane. We also all had to wake up at like 5 a.m. I think that was like the time that you had to wake up by. I don't know. That was crazy. Looking back at it now, what the hell? What kind of a program is that? Am I still recording? Okay, I am. I have to keep checking because CapCut only allows me to record 10 minutes at a time, and sometimes I forget that I have to stop at 10 minutes and like reset it or whatever. But anyway, I tried filming this video before, like a couple days ago, but I didn't like how it ended up, so I just kind of scrapped it. I have the drawings from it. Nope, not that. Oh yeah. You can see I drew Jinx again. No pizza. But yeah, I scrapped that footage because I didn't like it, and my phone was bugging. It like did not record it that well. So, oh well, that's fine. For my careers class, I don't know why I keep doing this, but for my careers class in 10th grade, so last year, I had to take a careers class, and for one of our assignments, we had to pick a career that we want. Damn it, I put a little blue dot on her forehead. We had to pick a career that we want to go into, like a career field, and we had to make like a video about what it's like being in that career. And I chose psychology. I chose a psychologist or like a therapist or just any type of psychology related thing, right? And for my video, I was like, what was I like? I was talking about how psychologists have to diagnose multiple patients a day. So for my assignment, I picked a random TV show character and did a whole diagnosis of them and their behavior on the show. And I actually picked Jinx to do that. Since Jinx is like a very, whatchamacallit, traumatized character. She's got a lot of depth to her, so I chose her as my example. And I got an A. I did good on the assignment. The teacher said I did well. So that's very slay. I need to pull up a reference image of her top. Oop, wrong pen. Where's my blue pen? Oh. It's right here. Look at my fan. I have a fan with me because it's hot as balls in my bedroom. Like, my room is the hottest room in the house. What is up with that? Why? Anyway, so I don't feel like drawing her whole torso. That's good enough. That'll just be a bust shot, whatever you call it. Okay. Yeah, that's good enough. Actually, I have to do her neck thingy-majiggies, whatever you call them, or like chokers. Oh my god, I have a hiccup. Okay. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, right. My psychology thing. So I did that. And it went well. Nothing else to say about it. I had to take, well, I didn't have to take, I took AP Psychology freshman year, because I like psychology, if you couldn't tell, and it was, fun, but stressful. It was a lot. Like, I don't know if I recommend doing AP classes. Like, if you're just starting out with high school, maybe give it a break. Maybe don't do AP classes freshman year because they are stressful. Unless your goal is like getting into a really... Why did I almost give her eyelashes? It's like muscle memory at this point. I give all of my characters eyelashes. Anyway. Unless your goal is to get into like a pristine college, I wouldn't recommend being that uptight, I guess, about taking AP courses, unless you're genuinely interested in the subject like I was with AP Psychology. And I took AP Psychology in replacement for a social studies class because my school allowed it as a social studies credit or course, whatever. And I took it, and I took the AP exam, and I bombed it. Like, I did not do well, but it's fine. I learned a lot in that class, but it was so much reading, and I did not retain a single ounce of that information. Like, I don't even know. I could probably... I remember learning about Pavlov's experiment, Freud, Sigmund Freud, the fucking mommy issues guy, and other experiments. What was the... There was one about like a baby or something like that we had to learn about. I don't remember. Something about a baby, and then like depth perception on babies and how all babies are born with depth perception or whatever the fuck. I don't even remember. I couldn't tell you. And I thought I did so good on that test. I thought I did so good on the AP exam. But then I got my score back and I was like, well, shit. Well, oh well. Oh well. They look completely different. Okay, whatever. It's fine. My art style isn't consistent, as you can tell, but it's fine. I am sweating so much. It is so hot in my bedroom. Holy shit. Actually, the mic can probably pick up the fan. Oh my god, I'm sweating so much. Well, now what do I want to draw? I don't know. Should I draw another blue character? What's a blue character? Yeah, let's do Emily, Corpse Bride. Miss Corpse Bride. I don't have that much space on this page. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like... Well, that's a lie. I do like the sketchbook. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with the sketchbook. The paper is really nice. It's nice and thick and it's smooth. The only thing that I don't like about it is that it's just large. Like, look at how much surface area compared to my hand. That is large. So, like, I'm having a hard time figuring out how to fill the pages as best as I can. I think I'm gonna end the video here because I think I already have like 20 plus minutes of footage, and I'm recording this all on my phone, so it doesn't really hold up well when like uploading really long videos. So I'll probably end the video here, but I'll include footage of the completed page later. Not the whole spread because I'm too lazy to do a full spread right now, but I'll show the full page later when I'm editing. Here's the finished spread. Or not spread, it's just a page. But we have Jinx, and I ended up drawing Blue Diamond down here, and the little dog from Corpse Bride. And then I added some of Jinx's like graffiti stuff. You know, this is the graffiti that she tags stuff with. Okay? Yeah, these two, they do not look similar, but that's fine, it's whatever. Yup, all done with ballpoint pen and a highlighter. So yeah, that's it. Okay, bye.